Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about the Republican Party's plan, their pivot, and how they plan to do it, and the significance of the midterms. Because I think, like most people, I've been sitting around trying to figure out what the Republican leadership is doing. They know they can't win with Trump nationally in 2024. They couldn't win with him before, and his support is failing. His social media mentions are down 90%. A lot of his supporters who were in the streets are now publicly speaking against him. Those supporters in the streets were the people who energized the online base. They can't win with him in 2024, and they know that. But if you look at them right now, it doesn't seem like they know that. The thing is, if you've watched this channel for a while, you know I don't like McConnell at all, but I do not underestimate him. He has made it up on Capitol Hill a very long time. That is a very politically savvy person. So I've been trying to figure out what they're doing, because they are leaning into the baseless claims about the 6th and the election. And they're allowing it to go on. And I couldn't figure it out until I was talking with a friend, and he was talking about how important it is to get rid of green, but how hard it's going to be. And it all started falling into place. The Republican leadership is going to let the upstarts in the Republican Party do whatever they want until 2022. If they win, well, then they'll present them with a new person to rally behind, a more refined, a more polished version of Trump, because Trump couldn't win, but they did, and they'll sell it to him like that. And if they lose, well, then it becomes very easy to pivot away from Trump. So, where does that leave the rest of the country? 2022 becomes important. While the GOP may be flipping a coin, the leadership may be flipping a coin as to whether or not they win. For everybody else, it matters. You want to get rid of Trumpism? They have to get that resounding defeat, that landslide that Biden needed to completely wipe out Trumpism, the landslide that didn't happen. That needs to happen in the midterms. Needs to send a message to the Republican leadership that even that polished version of Trump won't win. And then hopefully, maybe you just get a semi-normal conservative, what passes for a normal conservative today. But they are already weeding out their political opposition. People like Cheney. When you look at it through a very cynical lens, the kind of lens that politically savvy people have, it all kind of makes sense. They're hoping to ride Trump's momentum through the midterms and then use it to present their own version of Trump. Somebody who doesn't say the quiet part out loud as much. And to be honest, I've said it before, that's one of my biggest fears. Because somebody who is more polished, who doesn't tweet everything they're going to do, that doesn't telegraph everything, they can get a lot of Trump's policies enacted without as much opposition if they're just a little bit more presentable. And I think that's what McConnell and the GOP leadership are looking for. I think that's why they are courting certain high-profile people in the Republican Party and trying to gear them up for it. So the midterms, which most times people tend to forget about, especially if their party is in power. They've taken on a new significance in the battle against Trump's particular brand of authoritarianism. because that brand can outlive Trump's political career. And it looks like the GOP leadership wants it to. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.